You spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good. Because a man who doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man. Come here. You look terrible. I want you to eat. I want you to rest well, and a month from now, this Hollywood big shot's gonna give you what you want.
It's too late. They start shooting in a week.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Although organized crime families have been around for centuries, the term mafia can be defined as meaning bold and in reference to men. It originated in Sicily and it is used to signify a proud, bold, fearless man. Many mafia members left Sicily right before World War II to come to the United States after Italian dictator Benito Mussolini declared war on them. This led to an influx of crime families gaining power in the United States, particularly around large cities such as New York City and Chicago. This influenced Hollywood, some of which the Mafia had ties to create a slightly accurate but more appealing image of the Mafia in the United States. This included images of lots of money, drugs, women, and violence. However, this quote-unquote appealing image is misleading as the Mafia is dark and dangerous in reality.
The Mafia in America began its rise to power with the start of Prohibition. With alcohol a now banned substance, many ethnic groups jumped into the bootlegging business. Many men had made the trip over from Italy to make money quick for their families back in Italy, but manual labor was often dangerous and not very lucrative. So many Italians turned to bootlegging. This sparked a wave of organized crime. The Italians formed a network of men that bribed politicians, law enforcement, and other influential people, all to keep their new illegal business churning out money. This was the start of the Italian-American Mafia. As the Mafia grew, it branched out into other forms of organized crime. They had their hands in gambling, drugs, loan sharking, prostitution, rigging sporting events, and even labor unions. With the end of Prohibition in 1933, the Mafia shifted its focus from liquor to other vices. Because the Mafia had such a wide range of enterprises, it made it hard for law enforcement to crack down on them. Also, the Mafia had many law enforcement officials in their pockets. During the height of the Mafia's power, there were around 20 crime families and 5 of them were located in New York City. At this time, many people started to wonder what the Mafia was and why they were always in the news with the constant murders and corruption. But because of the secrecy of the crime families, much of the public knew nothing about what actually happened inside the crime families. Now, near the end of the 20th century, that all started to fall apart. Many crime families were taken apart by new racketeering laws and law enforcement cracking down. These new laws, called the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, also known as RICO, along with a diversified culture, have created the Mafia we see today. The Mafia still exists, but it is only a small part of what it used to be in the early parts of the 20th century. During the downfall of the Mafia, the public learned through trials and testimonies what the Mafia was all about. Then came the movies. With movies like The Godfather and Scarface coming out in the 70s and 80s, highlighting the manliness and power of the once great crime families. These movies showed what happened inside the crime families, and Americans loved it. They loved the manly characters and the strong family ties. With characters like Don Corleone portraying the ideal man, many Americans engaged with the characters and found a new respect for the organized crime. Did any of the movies really boost the strength of the Mafia? No, but it did make the public more aware of what was happening inside their own country or city.
The Italian-American Mafia was established in 1931 in order to control the streets, prevent gang wars, and to oversee criminal activities in New York. The city of New York was then divided into different sections, whereby each family was responsible for controlling their territory to ensure that everything flowed smoothly and there wasn't any senseless violence. The Mafia is made up of 5 families, which consist of Maranzo family, which was founded by Salvatore Maranzo, also known as the boss of all bosses. The Prophecy family, which was founded by Joe Prophecy. The Mangano family, which was founded by Vincent Mangano. The Luciano family, which was founded by Lucky Luciano. And the Gagliano family, which was founded by Tommy Gagliano. The crime families organized out of New York City, Sicilian Mafia gangs. Salvatore Maranzano formally organized them in the summer of 1931. After the April 15 murder of Giuseppe Masseria in what has become known as the Castelmarse War.